My name is Comrade Dr. Awal Abdullahi Aliyu, the president of Northern Consensus Movement. The Northern Consensus Movement is an amalgamation of 116 community-based, socio-cultural and economically inclined northern organizations. Not only that, like you know, I'm a civil society activist and then also a security analyst, as well as public affairs commentator.
Okay, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
In the hierarchy of northern movements, we know a lot of them. There's the ACF, there's the Northern Elders Forum, so many other northern movements.
Yes.
Where does the Northern Consensus Movement rank in terms of its composition, in terms of its spread, in terms of its representative structure of the northern region?
Well, I would have preferred you ask someone else this, so that that person would have given you a better description of what you want to know. But since you are asking me, I will only try to be moderate as possible, and then also as fair as possible in my response to your question. First, like you know, the ACF, that is the Arewa Consultative Forum, is supposed to be the umbrella organization of all socio-cultural organizations in northern Nigeria. We still recognize the ACF as such, if not for anything. It comprises all the leaders and elders of northern Nigeria in most cases. You know how the ACF come to be. It was the coming together of various organizations in the north too. Most especially the three major organizations, the Turaki organization, the Shehu Shagari, the late Olusola Saraki, and then the Sule Kataguns that come together to form the ACF Arewa Consultative Forum. But be that as it may, you also know that there is also the Northern Elders Forum, which used to be late Metama Sule, Professor Ango Abdullahi, Paul Unongo, Sani Zangwandaura, and the rest. And even also that one, much later, they had some issues, and there's a breakaway from that. So some of the members of the Northern Elders Forum also had a breakaway. Now I think it's being coordinated by Professor Ango Abdullahi and then Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed. And then, like you said, there are so many other northern organizations, the youth organizations, for example, the CNG, the Northern Coalition, like that. But the differences between Northern Consensus Movement and these other organizations is, like I said, most of those ones are only socio-cultural in nature. From Arewa Consultative Forum to Northern Elders Forum to, if you like, the CNG, Northern Group Coalition, they are mostly socio-cultural. But the Northern Consensus Movement is both community, socio-cultural, and economically inclined combined organization. So that was why we have 116 various organizations. You have the community base, you have the social cultural organizations, you have the economically inclined organization, the Arewa Traders, the amalgamated cattle dealers, the foodstuff sellers, the goat, the sheep, the cows, and whatever, everything you can think of. The various cultural organizations across the 19 northern states, and then a lot of organizations that are community-based. So it constitutes, the Northern Consensus Movement have the spread of all the state and almost all the local government of Nigeria, and also it also has the spread of almost all the tribes in northern Nigeria. So this is the combination of Northern Consensus Movement. So I will leave you with the judgment.
Thank you for making that clarification. The reason I ask is because we've seen a proliferation of groups all across the country. But before I even continue with my question, during your answer, you did make mention of 19 northern states.
Yes.
There are 19 states across the River Niger.
Yeah.
Is that what constitutes the 19 northern states? In the present context, there are some states in the north central who basically are always inclined to dissociate themselves from that nomenclature of 19 northern states. Do you have members across those states too?
Oh yes, we have members across the states in the North Central that some few, maybe 2 or 3 states, not even states, some part of the state. I will give you an example. One of the leaders of the so-called, so to say, remind me of that name they call themselves. Middle Belt Forum. The so-called Middle Belt Forum. You find some of the leaders are coming from Niger, some from Benue, a few from Plateau, and then Taraba. These are the states that you find some of the so-called people calling themselves Middle Belts coming from.